This is a quick video based on a Twitter conversation I had with Minh Tran. I'm sorry about the pronunciation of your name, I didn't probably ace it, but we talked about Centre Party and why Centre Party is so large in Finland and why agrarian parties in Northern Europe still exist. As I said in the thread, Centre Party draws its power from the rural areas. They support agricultural subsidies, peat manufacturing, fir manufacturing. They use government power to do rural infrastructure projects like fixing roads and better railways. Also, for some people, the Centre Party is the moderate alternative between Social Democrats and National Coalition Party and the True Finns. To these people, Social Democrats look too left-wing, the National Coalition is too right-wing, and the True Finns might be too offensive. People also joke that the membership of Centre Party is passed along from generation to another. Minh Tran also had a brilliant tweet in which he said, "In Sweden, all the rural areas and city centers are Social Democrat, while right-wing parties hold moderately populated areas, which is quite interesting to me as it deviates from the Anglosphere consensus. In Finland, it seems the Centre Party fill that role. It isn't quite as simple. The Social Democrats fill this role in mid to large industrial towns in southern Finland. However, when we move to smaller towns and rural areas, the Centre Party takes the lead, as you can see from this map representing the largest party in each municipality in the country." The difference between Finland and Sweden might be partly explained due to Cold War history. In Sweden, during this time, it was the Social Democrats who built the Swedish welfare state. In Finland, the power was split between the Centre Party and the left-wing parties, Social Democrats and Communists. With Kekkonen being the president for 25 years, the Centre Party held a firm grasp of the presidency. The parliament, however, was often split between the right-wing parties and the left-wing parties. With Kekkonen and the Soviet Union uncomfortable letting the National Coalition Party to take part of the coalition government, deeming them too right-wing, a sort of post-war consensus was born, where Centre Party, together with Social Democrat Party, would form the coalition government. However, Kekkonen was the pseudo-dictator at the time, and these coalition governments would often be short-lived due to infighting and political needs of Kekkonen himself. Even though the politics on a national level were extremely brutal in Finland during the Cold War, with Kekkonen and the KGB often deciding whether a politician would stay a politician. It is also the time of fast economic growth, industrialization, and establishment of the welfare state. This is why, although almost nobody wants to return to the Cold War era politics, many on the left and the populist right long for the easiness with which the social programs were enacted. They also formed the national story about the Red Ochre Coalition, meaning a coalition between the Centre Party and the Social Democrats, uniting the left and the right to create a patriotic welfare state, and solidifying the Social Democrats and the Centre Party as the NPC parties of cities and countryside respectively. During the 21st century, the populist right True Finns has risen to challenge this Treaty of Tordesillas, as can be seen from the map of the second most popular party in each municipality. The Social Democrat Party has been able to fight back with the assistance of the newly elected Prime Minister Sanna Marin, who seems to be popular among the leftists. However, the Centre Party has been for long looking for a new identity to challenge the True Finns with. At the moment, their main policy seems to be to create new institutions to cement their power. It seems the Centre Party will continue to lose ground to True Finns. I think they will slowly wither away. However, I fear, should they suddenly collapse, Although the main party to benefit would be the True Finns, the Social Democrats could get enough new voters to establish the dominance of new red ochre between the True Finns and the Social Democrats. However, this seems unlikely due to Marin being a new leftist, a social justice advocate with disdain to True Finns policy. However, due to only 3 large parties remaining in the parliament after Centre Party exits the stage, to form a majority government would need at least 2 of these 3 to bond together. And should one of the right-wing parties, the True Finns or the National Coalition Party, side with the Social Democrats, they would have to sacrifice either social or economic policy to an extent I find unacceptable.